right, just hooked up to the water. 8:40. Hey, contractor tip. If you're gonna park on the road, always move the trash can so the trash man can get it. But we're hooked up to water and we are about to wash this house today. One of the houses today. New development here. After I'm done, I'm probably gonna hang some door hangers around here. I mean, I've had signs up at the front of this neighborhood entrance all season. So they've been there like 3 months. No, 4 or 5, probably since March, usually. About a year old, maybe 2 or 3. It's just got some mold on the trims and you know, kind of what we normally deal with, truthfully. Got 150 foot of hose, should reach the back side. I should be able to go 2 and 2. Soak 2 sides, rinse 2 sides. That's all we got right there, so we should be able to hit it, or I mean, loop all the way over here. And this ground back here is like a sand pit. Ain't no grass. All right, I am basically just waiting here still. We've got some real low water pressure. We're not even we're about halfway, so I'm gonna let it go all the way to the top. And then we'll get started. Estimating this house should take about an hour and a half or less. All right, the back side is cleaned up. All this side's cleaned up. And I'm about 3/4 of the way done rinsing this side here. And my tank just about ran out. So I got the machine off, chilling for a second. It's 9:15. It'll probably take another 10-15 minutes to fill this tank up. I've been looking at the trim. Actually, let me zoom in, maybe that can help me, but I can't tell. It looks like it's got some mold still on it in some spots, but I can't tell if it's just water dripping down because I've soaked it twice. It's just an optical illusion. But yeah, all the mold that's on here is coming off in like 10 seconds after hitting it, so we're making good time. Uh-oh, there's Bass Boy. Side here, 9:45. We're getting these windows wet down before I soak it. Yeah, let me put the phone down here. I'm about to open up this gate and I'll get some footage while I soak it. All right, now we're making good work here. Gonna get that tank cleaned up. You can see where I have hit on this side. And some of that runoff has cleaned all this mold here. It's, like I said, it's really not a whole lot, but it's good maintenance. It's good to keep up with your house, you know. Keep it clean. Take care of your stuff. I would typically use a slightly different method to soap, but this kind of shooter tip just makes it easy to record while I'm doing it. And really a side like this will take you, you know, a couple minutes, 5 minutes to soap it. and then, you know, 5 to 10 minutes of dwell on it. And by the time that it's done dwelling, or it's done doing its job, you've already soaked the other side. And then once, you know, you get done with that, you just come back and rinse. I can hit that peak with the M5, but this shooter tip gets a lot more volume up there, and it's truthfully faster for me to just change tips and get it all from the ground, from right here, than walk back and forth trying to get that M5 mist all the way to the top up here. This trim is like, whenever it gets wet, it looks like it's dirty. There's just water sitting on it. All right, this whole side's coated. I've already rinsed the front, so I'm just doing this one side at a time. So time to switch back to the X-Jet, and then there's one spot on the front I'm going to give some more attention, and we'll pack up and roll out. All right, we ran out of water again, so I'm still waiting to get that last side. Man, this is slow water pressure here. There is one thing up here. It looks like some caulk that has dripped down from underneath the siding. Probably like a little rubber material. If you watch any of my videos, sometimes I get the brush out and brush that stuff. I'm going to crank the pressure up on the X-Jet and see if I can't try to knock some of that down. Maybe re-soak it and then hit it again. But all under here turned out good. I'm going to give this one more refresh rinse down, but there's always a lot of bugs over here close to that light, but this all came back good. But I do need to sweep this down, and really I'm just buying some time right now, waiting on my tank to fill up. All right, this is a very dirty back here. We're gonna get these fences done, get this back enclosure cleaned up, and get some of this heavy mold back here. Probably clean this pad up for them, and yeah, some of these fences I'll downstream them. But that's, I mean, we're gonna wash the whole entire house, but that's really the main area. These sides really aren't even bad. So tank's filling up, trims. They're not terrible. It's mainly the back, and I'm gonna knock on that door. I'll probably upsell that here in a minute. All right, I haven't checked this side, just make sure there's nothing standing out. But pretty straightforward. Got the cushions removed. Moving service sign is out. I just tried to get that one, but man, even whenever you give someone a great deal, you know, you can't make them pull the trigger. But nonetheless, I'm sure they'll call. Let's get spraying. I'm gonna start downstreaming everything back here, but first I'm gonna wet it all, then I'm gonna downstream it. Wow, all of these homes in this neighborhood are filthy. They all have dirt all on the back side of them. Probably gonna set up a campaign or something that'll target just this neighborhood, truthfully. Because I mean, every single house that I've seen, that one over there is dirty, that one's dirty. I can kind of see in the backyard, you know, where that sun's not really hitting. Got this job from a yard sign with no branding on it, just straight pressure washing, phone number. I'm gonna guess that my tank will probably run out of water on this job. The water pressure seemed a little bit low. So I'm gonna try to just use my chemical a little bit more, which I'm not really good at. I just like to soak, but I need to let it dwell a little bit more, which I'm getting better at. All right, now here's the best part of every job, the porch. You gotta get all this little crap off, so that's the best part. This can get the majority of it, but I mean, there really isn't any way around it. You just gotta get up in there and do it there. So I'm about to go up here, clean the rest of this porch off. I'll sweep all the debris off of it. And then we'll hit this last side and be done. All right, fences are dwelling, house is dwelling. Should be good for a rinse here in a minute.